Waheguru Khalsa, Waheguru Fateh. Gurmukh Singh here, reporting on the anti-Gurmukh practices that are occurring at Yogi Bhajan's tantric yoga solstice sadhana that just closed about a week ago. They're in Espanola, New Mexico. Now, I want to point out here these anti-Gurmukh practices that are happening down there all the time at these Yogi Bhajan daras. Now, I was part of the Yogi Bhajan cult for 30 years, and I participated in this Yogi Bhajan tantric solstice sadhana about 25 times. And so from my experience, I can tell you that this same area where they are dancing this bhangra and carrying on like wild animals is the same area that is used for their Gurdwara services. And you can see here how Guru Sahib Ji is in Prakash, in this area right here, where you can see in the top here where my cursor is. This is the door where you enter for the Akampat. You can see the notice here on the door here about the Akampat. I used to read in the Akampat here sometimes when this wild bhangra was going on. And you can't even hear the Gurbani. It's just shameful how they just do these things with impunity, this biadbi. And the garage door here, this thin garage door, is opened when they want to have a Gurdwara service in the same exact area. This needs to change. These anti-Gurmukh practices need to change. This is Beadbi of Siddhi Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Instead of enjoying the Gurbani and the beautiful Shabads of Guru Sahib Ji, they're out here dancing like wild animals. Now, I also want to mention that Yogi Bhajan, when he was alive in the 1990s, he would have us dancing to Guru Gobind Singh Ji's sacred banis in the same area where the Gurdwaras were held as well. And we'd be dancing around like wild animals. And I'm really ashamed to say that I didn't understand about Sikhi at all from Yogi Bhajan. And it's shameful how Yogi Bhajan just had us have Sikh names like Singh, Kar, and Khalsa, but we had no idea about what Khalsa was about. And we just carried on like this. So we need to write SikhNet, we need to write these Yogi Bhajan people and tell them to stop this nonsense. Let's watch some of this videos. There's some other things I want to point out about the un-Sikh-like practices here in these videos. See here, people have their hair down, they've taken off their dastars, and they're just dancing around wildly. First, I want to point out, this is the same area here where they were just dancing, and they're having a Gurdwara service, Diwan here. It's a wedding that is going on here. And so you can see here, you can see the video television screens here where they're showing the Gurbani, and you can see it in the pictures there, that video I just showed you where they were dancing wildly around. Let's watch some of these other videos here. See, this is the television screens there, you can see there, same as in the picture. You can see the garage door, how they've opened it now and just have the services there. So this is definitely the same area where they have the Gurdwaras. Essentially, they're dancing in the Darbar of Siddhi Guru Granth Sahib Ji and carrying on. This is where they also do the tantric yoga. See the television screens there? This is exactly the same area as where you can see here, the television screens here. So this is definitely the same area where they have the Gurdwara services, and where they're dancing and they do the tantric yoga in the same space as well. 3 days of tantric yoga, and then they do the Gurdwara here in the same place. I want to point out in this video where you can see the candidate whistling. It's completely anti-Gurmukh. There's a man who has taken off his dastar. You can see him here. See him there? He's taken off his dastar and he's just dancing wildly and carrying on. You can see him there again. He's taken off his dastar and carrying on wildly. Yogis, that's people all charged up. They do all of these crazy things. Dr. Pelosi talked about how this tantric yoga affects people and how it's Shiv Shakti worship is basically what it is. Not listening to the Gurbani and not Now this is Hari Jot Singh from SikhNet. He's one of the directors over there, and he's participating in this wild action. I'm sure you've all heard about SikhNet. Supposedly Sikh website in the world. You could ask Hari Jot Singh what he's doing participating in these anti-Gurmukh practices. And whistling, it's really awesome. sure a lot of you have seen my videos. And this Dr. Shaloshan Singh wrote this book, Sikhism and Tantric Yoga, which goes into detail about all of these un-Sikh-like practices that are happening down there at the Yogi Bhajan Dera. There's also some very good articles that the Sikh Free Press has written. One is about how Yogi Bhajan, the American yogis, have distorted Sikh scriptures to twist them and made them so that they fit their tantric yoga agenda. There was recently a petition signed by 3,500 Sikhs in India to stop the dancing to Gurbani that has been filmed that the 3HO and Yogi Bhajan people do. So, again, I encourage you to write to SikhNet and encourage them to start following the Sikh Rahat Maryada. They need to change their ways. They've been at this for almost 50 years, and they need to change. I would hope that there are Gursikhs out there that would encourage them to change and start writing them and really have them stop this nonsense and this un-Sikh-like practices. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.